Sometimes you just gotta let the intrusive thoughts win. Hello friends! Guess who broke the clip to hold their lapel mic and are now hoping that this doesn't ruin everything? Okay, this video is going to be pure chaos, but hopefully it'll be a short one, so cool. It's nearly Valentine's Day, and I had been seeing for some time all these lovely, cute, pastel, strappy harnesses that they were all just a little bit too, I was gonna say feminine, but I don't mean feminine, bra shaped. That's not a shape that works for me. I just really want to be a cutesy pastel boy in cat ears. It's the vibe we're going for. I have a giant pile of silver hardware that I took off some trousers that I owned in the early 2000s, and an entire roll of pink satin ribbon. So what could possibly go wrong? So here's some examples of what I was talking about. First up here, you've got Forgotten Locket on Instagram, and also we've got Katso Club. They both make really adorable lingerie style harnesses in a bunch of fun colors with lots of straps, but they're just a little bit too girl shaped for my tastes. It was a really good source of ideas and inspiration, and certainly if you want something like that but you don't want to make it yourself and you're okay with something that's essentially lingerie, they both seem like really cool small businesses to support. But I wanted something more boy-shaped, so I did a lot of research looking for what more masculine harnesses look like, and you guys, when did ASOS get spicy? I was not expecting this, but they had a lot of options, and while again I couldn't find anything exactly like what I wanted, there was a lot of different shapes and designs that really gave me a feel for what I did like and what I didn't like, and helped me come up with my own design. These are my materials. I have a whole reel of ballerina pink satin ribbon. It's polyester. I have a bunch of silver D-rings in different sizes. I have lots of these spring clips, which are on a swivel, so should be suitable for a lot of different applications. And then my tools, obviously I have a sewing machine, I have my scissors, and I have fire. So, I did some research because, surprisingly enough, there aren't a lot of cute pastel catboy harnesses on the internet, which surprised me, but there were some, and also some more general masculine harnesses, which are generally too chunky and too masculine for what I want. But we came up with some ideas. This is the plan. I will almost certainly not stick to it. Take a good look, because this may be the last time that this looks anything like this. Now, you're not quite coming in at the start of this process, because I did actually have a go as like a proof of concept, making part of it. Hilariously, I was able to find matching thread. However, I am struggling somewhat with sewing tiny pieces of pink satin ribbon together. However, not all of it looks terrible, and well, most people aren't going to see it this close up. So this is how it's going to look done. It's now choosing to buckle for no apparent reason. Okay, fine. Yeah, also I'm sealing the ends with fire and that. This was a learning piece, okay? We're going to go with this was a learning piece. But in general, proof of concept, I think it works okay. I think this is going to be acceptable. I think I'm going to crack on with it, and we'll see what happens. For each piece, what I'm basically doing is, this is chaos. This is going to be the least aesthetic video ever. For each piece, what I basically do is I measure on myself about how long I think the piece of ribbon needs to be, including folding over anything that it needs to fold over, like this one's going onto a clit, so how much ease do I need to fit over to get it the way we want it? We cut, we finish one end with fire. Let that cool down. Then you get your piece of hardware, go to the sewing machine. Hold on, welcome to the sewing machine. I managed to find some thread that was a pretty good match. Annoyingly, it's cotton and not polyester, which means I can't melt the ends of it, which means some of my stitching is not coming out the neatest. Let's bring you in a little closer. I've got my zipper foot, or possibly this is a piping foot, unclear, on the machine. And then, gonna be honest, it doesn't like doing this, so we hope for the best. Yeah, it really doesn't like doing this. The good news is I have loads of satin ribbon, so if I ever really screw one up, I can just not use that. Yeah, that's pretty bad. We might just... Second verse, same as the first. Well, the inside is hideous, but the outside is acceptable, just like me, so it'll do. So now I've tested how big I want the loop to be. I'm gonna go ahead and finish that end, and no, I can't let go of it because I haven't marked anything. I'm just holding it where it needs to be sewn. Now I've made some big straps, which are going to be like the main structure, so I need to make sure I've got enough for it to sit neatly through there, which means I'm actually going to be sewing here. And we go back to the machine. You don't need to see that bit again. You've seen how terrible it is. And basically that's just how it went for the next 24 hours. Everything was measured directly on the body. I would seal and sew one end, take it back, measure it on the body again, seal and sew the other end, try it on, make sure it fit. I tried to keep everything in as many different parts as possible for as long as possible, so I only actually sewed all the straps together right at the end, just because that made it easier to manage everything under the sewing machine and make sure that nothing gets twisted. I did also play around with a couple of different stitching patterns for anchoring places where the ribbon overlapped or needed to connect. I was particularly proud of being able to make tiny geometric cat faces, but I didn't end up having to do that many joining points for 2 horizontal bands of ribbons, so a lot of the connections were just butterflies or boxes or crosshatches. But there are some cat faces, and now both of us know about it. I feel like I'm in a budget theatre production of Labyrinth. Hello, welcome to my living room, where we will inevitably be interrupted by the cuckoo clock. But I'm short on places I can film full length, and I made something that goes from my neck to my thighs. This is almost certainly too spicy for YouTube, so it was definitely going on over modest clothing, and I struggled to come up with suitable clothing that would fit all elements of this harness. We shall see how I do. Without further ado, I shall put this thing on because I'm actually kind of pleased at how not complicated putting it on is. Okay, I definitely made that more of a meal than it needed to be, but it is done. Proof that there is no such thing as a stupid idea you cannot execute in 24 hours or less, provided you have all the materials and a non-negligible amount of sewing skill and are willing for the final product to look kind of bad close up. But you're not getting to see this close up, you're only seeing it far away. So I have not seen Attack on Titan, but I feel a little bit like they wear something kind of similar to this. Please let me know in the comments if I am correct and I have accidentally created Pastel Catboy Eren Yeager. However, in summary, gender is a construct. I just wanted to be a pretty pink pastel prince. I understand now why people make these out of elastic and not synthetic ribbon. And this is almost certainly getting my channel demonetized. So with all that in mind, thank you so much for watching. If you've been here before, you know the drill. Down in the description box, you'll find a link to my Instagram. Do you want to see pictures of my cat? You'll find a link to my Ko-fi. You can make a one-off or reoccurring monetary donation to support this channel and my terrible life choices. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to keep the YouTube gods happy. Dream big, but not like that. And I'll see you next time. There is space to put a D-ring to attach a tail. I haven't done that. Just need you all to appreciate that I have not done that.